Hi everybody, I'm just doing a live video here in the Executive Plus group, and I'm really sorry for the delay, starting a bit late because it's normally 9 PM. I'm going to do about the power of the Ruby Journal, because this is something that I really particularly feel passionately about, because it's something that I used on my drive to Ruby and to Blue Diamond. So everybody that's in this group is Executive Plus. So if you're executive, you're working towards your next major milestone, which is Ruby. So you should definitely be using the Ruby Journal and following all of the habits in it. If you're Ruby or above, you're going for your next pin title, and again you should be using it as far as I'm concerned. It's actually something that I'm following again, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the power of it and what I found with it. So with the Ruby Journal, for those of you that don't know, you can order it off OTG, and you can also purchase one at lots of events that we have. It is basically your daily habits which you need to succeed in your business. And we have like daily checklists in there. You can also use it as your diary, and it's a great way to stay accountable to your business. You can really keep on top of how many people you've prospected, how many people you're following up with, who you've prospected. It's also got obviously using your products in the morning, taking your life pack, using your age lock every day, again doing it in the evening, so it's keeping you accountable to using the products as well as the habits that build our business, such as prospecting, following up and things like that. But one of the main things I want to talk about is the power of the definite main purpose statement. For those of you that don't know about this, it's the statement that we read out in the future tense, like it's already happened, and you're writing it where you want to see your life in a year's time. My definite main purpose statement that I did last February is a lot further down in this group for any of you that want to find out what I wrote and see the wording. And I'm actually going to read out the one that I'm following now. It might scare a lot of you because my goals are obviously absolutely huge right now, but if you want to see the one that I started out with, it is a lot further down on the page, and you can scroll down and find it. So I first wrote my definite main purpose statement last February, and I was writing that I wanted to be a Blue Diamond by this February, and I was writing that I wanted to be on £7,000 per month, and that I wanted a certain amount of rubies in my organisation, and that I wanted to become more confident with my public speaking. And I also wrote some personal goals in there as well. And I was reading that out every morning and every evening as the Ruby Journal told me to. And I also followed this with, I think, around 8 people that are in this group. So I know that Sarah Bergin, Mel Turner, Lorna Bray, Tom and Lacey, and a few others, we all followed it. And I actually completed everything that was in my definite main purpose statement within 3 months of writing it out. So I'd hit the pin title, I had that amount of rubies, and I'd hit the monthly commission that I wanted to be on. Now I don't normally talk about commissions and things like that, but I want to be really open with this training tonight with you all. And I did that within 3 months, and I really realised the power of reading something out to yourself every single day in the mirror and absolutely believing it, because we say that it's best to read this out in the mirror to yourself, and you need to really, really believe it. And I've had days where I've been reading mine out, and Alex has been at the front door like, hurry up, we need to go out, are you ready? And I'm like, I'm not leaving the house until I've read this definite main purpose statement out to myself in the mirror, so please leave me to it. And it absolutely works. You have to obviously believe what you're saying as well. And so I just wanted to read out what I'm reading out to myself twice a day at the moment. And as I said, it might scare some of you, but I know a lot of you it will inspire. So I'm going to read it anyway, because this is kind of the wording that you need to do, and you'll see how many personal goals I've got in here as well. So I'm reading out at the moment. It is the 15th of May 2017, and I am a carpenter. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm receiving £70,000 per month in income from my global Nu Skin enterprise business. I effectively accomplish my daily habits that bring me success. I experience joy each day knowing that what I'm doing is being of service to others and myself. I'm attracting self-motivated, ambitious partners who are stepping out of their comfort zones. I'm also attracting many product distributors and customers to give me a stable organisation. I am a healthy, wealthy, happy, confident, motivated leader in constant momentum. I am a Team Elite 4-star Platinum, Nourish Your Children Chief Ambassador with 12 rubies and above on my front line and 100 rubies within my organisation, building their own stable organisations. As a result of my genuine effort, I am now experiencing working from my beautiful home, lots of time freedom in order to spend quality time with my family, financial freedom, being able to buy anything we wish, complete happiness on every level, the ability to travel anywhere in the world while influencing and inspiring others. I'm a well-respected leader and public speaker while being an amazing partner to Alex and a wonderful mum to Jensen and his siblings. So, as I said, there's some massive goals in there, but they're personal to me. But I just wanted to share what my goals are, you know, a year on to when I first wrote that definite main purpose statement. So I have to tell you that when I first wrote that definite main purpose statement, I was an Emerald executive and I was on a Ruby wage. So I was on less than the average Emerald. So to me, £7,000 per month was my freedom number. It's where I wanted to be, and I wanted to be a blue diamond, and I achieved that within 3 months. But I was absolutely following this to the letter, and more so as well. So with the Ruby Journal, obviously it's giving you the habits to become really accountable, because we know that we have to follow something a certain amount of times so we form a habit. So when it says speak to 3 new people a day, I was speaking to a lot more. Perry's training last week was amazing. If you want to go quicker, if you want to increase your volumes quicker, if you want to earn more money quicker, you have to speak to more people. That's all it is. So I did everything in there exactly was as it was, except for I spoke to a lot more people, just to drive me to my goal quicker. But even if you only speak to 3 new people a day, as the Ruby Journal says, and as you know, sometimes we talk about in training, you will still get to your goal. But it's really important that we get these habits right, and we get them right now, and everyone in this group should be doing this every single day. It's not a case of doing something one day and then nothing the next, and then doing a little bit more one day and then nothing the next. All that's going to happen is your business is going to do this pattern. So for the people that get really frustrated because 1 minute you're up, then you're down, then you're up, then you're down, that is because your habits are up, down, up, down. That's nothing else. If your habits were consistent, you'd see a consistent growth in your business. And so that's why I really feel passionately about the Ruby Journal and reading out your definite main purpose statement and following all the habits. I also just want to speak about you know, one of the habits being your reading as well. I speak to so many people every single day that say that they're doing the habits but something's missing, and quite often it's because they're not feeding their mind with anything positive. So they are getting deflated with no's, or maybe someone in their family has said something, you know, against network marketing, or, you know, why are you doing this toothpaste business, or it's a scam or whatever, and they're becoming deflated, and they're doing all the other habits for success, but they're not reading and feeding their mind. It is so important, and it's something that I do every single day. I'm sat on my bed now, and I literally have the biggest pile of books by my bed, because I'm always reading one book, but I always like to go back for inspiration to other books, ones that I love. So it's so key, and this is what I think a lot of people are missing out. They're doing all the habits, they're doing all the recruiting, all the adding on social media, maybe talking everywhere you go, you're using all the products, but you're not feeding your mind with that positivity that you need. So when you do have a no, or you have a bit of a down day, you're not able to pick yourself back up quicker. And also the positive reading, it gives you the belief in what you're doing. So even if you're not having anything negative, you're not quite believing it. And I 100% say all the time that my success is down to, yes, I've done the habits, but it's because I believe that it's always going to happen. When I found this opportunity, I knew that I'd found the opportunity that was going to make me a millionaire. I knew I'd found that opportunity that was going to absolutely change my life. I knew I would help so many other people change their lives as well. And I absolutely believe that from the bottom of my heart every single day. But the reason I believe that is because I've trained my mind to believe it. I study things every single day to do with the industry. I read positive things every day. I watch motivational videos. My belief in myself is so high that I know that I cannot fail. And if I do fail at something, I'm going to pick myself back up because my mindset is so strong, my belief is so high. So I really want people to take that on board, that you can achieve anything you set your mind to if you feed it with the right things and if you have some belief. So when you are reading out your definite main purpose statement every day, you have got to believe that that is your life. You've got to literally live and breathe every second of it. So when you're working towards Ruby and it's like, it is August the 31st, 2016, and I, whoever you are, am so happy and grateful that I am now a Ruby executive. You are imagining yourself walking across the stage as a Ruby. You're in your Ruby dress, or you've got your Ruby tie on. You are imagining your upline, announcing you on OTG, and all the things that people are going to say nice about you to congratulate you. Feel it. Imagine what it's going to be like to tell your partner or your mum or your sister or whoever you're taking to Cape Town that you're taking them, and imagine what all your friends and family that have doubted you are going to say when you're on that trip, and absolutely believe what it's going to feel like. And you're only going to find those levels of belief if you feed your mind with the right things. So if anybody wants any book recommendations or anything like that, then just comment in this video underneath, and I can give you some. I've got absolutely tons and tons of recommendations. When I'm reading a book, I've always got my next one on order, so I never ever leave any time where I've not got my next book here ready to read and absorb and be taking that information in. If anybody, the definite main purpose statement is further down the page if you want the word in. If you haven't got a Ruby journal yet, you don't have to wait to have it to do your definite main purpose statement. Just scroll down, find the word in, adapt it to you and your goals and what's personal to you, and start reading it out from tomorrow every single morning, every night, and believe it in the mirror to yourself. And let's really get on top of these habits consistently every day, and more importantly, let's duplicate it down to our teams, because that is what's going to build a stable organisation. We want to be leading by example. There's no good at us saying, guys, go and get a Ruby journal, you need to be speaking to this many people a day, feed your mind. If you're not doing it, you need to be doing it as well and be at the forefront of leading the way for everybody. I'm not sure how long I've been speaking for, but I hope it was useful, and I will speak to you all soon. Have a really amazing week. Bye, guys.